Good morning. In celebration of becoming a YouTube partner, for whatever that's worth, I have birds. Although I've had them for other reasons. One of them is gnawing on the back of my neck now. Okay. But we'll get over it. There is an op-ed columnist who writes for the Washington Post occasionally, Colbert King, who is, I don't know, like wanting to mess with each other or something, who has written a quote-unquote memo to the left, hands off Obama, who is warning us of the dire consequences involved in the left challenging Obama in a primary. Never mind that a primary is just about the only way to successfully get a stubborn politician's attention. There is no indication that a primary weakens a candidate in the general election. And in some cases, namely Joe Lieberman and Lisa Murkowski, they can overcome a primary challenge and run as an independent or a write-in. Now, that's a long shot, but if you really, really, really think that a primary is a bad thing for a candidate, then I'd like to consider the long, drawn-out primary between John Edwards, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama. So that's bullshit. And he talks about oh my God, African Americans won't vote, and African American women, which turned out in huge numbers, they won't vote. Okay, way to reduce people to their race. Just saying. Although I know that was a component in some ways, in the way that a group of historically disenfranchised people suddenly felt like they had, oh my God, a stake in the system. And it really was true that someone could be elected and not necessarily be a white male. You know, this was a positive thing. But in an answer to this, I do encourage you to read his short little op-ed piece, because it won't take much brain power, and it will put the following statement in context, although you can probably get it without it. Barack Obama was voted in by the dispossessed and those who thought he was a sane human being, but even more so desperately wanted the nuclear launch codes away from any possibility that Sarah Palin might get her hands on them. So, for Obama to turn around and, in many ways, I'm specifically talking about the public option here, throw the people who elected him under the bus and disappoint the people who thought he was sane, as in by surrounding himself with the very people who were the architects of the financial system that made the financial crisis. I mean, yes, he's done great things for diplomacy, but he's now fighting in Pakistan and Yemen. Very little has changed. And probably very little will change, because there is a lot of institutional inertia in Washington. But saying, oh, don't challenge him from the left, or you'll be sorry. Well, all that is someone pissing and moaning and saying, well, the guy I like's in there, so don't mess with it. Pardon me, I'm a little sensitive about a sport in Washington known as hippie-punching, coined by Digby or Atrios, I'm not sure which, in which anyone to the left of you is fair game to be humiliated, shat upon, or lied to, simply to prove your credentials to Washington insiders as a serious person. Well, Obama's proved himself as a serious person, and I'm getting a little sick of being used as a punching bag. So, I think I'll take Mr. Colbert King's advice and, well, he can just stuff it up his ass. Thank you for your time and attention.